Huzzah.
They see me rolling.
Have you seen that version?
Which
The Weird
Where
Al one?
no,
oh,
no, 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 no.
Oh.
This one is like this is this it's like a church choir, and they're all like 50 and above, and they're in their robes, and they're singing. They see me rolling, they hate and it's intense. And you got little grannies over the side going, trying to see me right and dirty. And they're doing the whole shoulder shift and everything. I
oh
gotta find
no.
it. Oh boy, is this quality.
I would enjoy seeing this video and I would laugh probably to no end. But everyone else that's on here is probably here to laugh at us or laugh with us and hear all our stories. But we are here, same bad place, same bad channel, just on a different day. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to Brothers in Arms Podcast. Here on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. It is episode number 135 here on the 27th of November in the year of our Lord 2023. I am Greg. I am Myth the Legend.
Oh, wow.
I had to
Wait,
think about my name for
who am I again?
Who am I?
What's my name again?
Who? What's my name again? Oh man,
That's
there
one.
it is. One. Y'all are jerks. I love you. Joining me as usual are these two beautiful gentlemen, Patrick and
Aw.
Alex. Got to check.
Uh,
Peace. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening. And hello.
Hi.
Oh, so my stickers arrived.
Oh,
Yay! Or did you finally just check your mailbox?
I went and checked. It was last week.
Hmm.
I was proud of myself.
Well done,
Went
sir.
down. So you guys got to understand my mailbox. So fun thing about living here.
It's all the way across base, isn't it?
No, it's not across base, but it's across the neighborhood.
Hmm.
And it's funny because there's a mailbox that is 2 houses over. But guess what?
What?
That's not my mailbox. My mailbox is a quarter of a mile the other way because that makes perfect sense. But nope, got it. I love them. They're awesome. At least one of them will go with me on deployment, and I might take another
Yes.
one.
Let's
I might need to ask for
go.
a few of them. I might put up a few
I can make it happen.
overseas.
I know a guy.
You know a guy?
I know a guy.
I love it.
Yep. Yep.
I know a lot of guys, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very well then.
Speaking of which, I went through some items downstairs. I was looking for oh shoot, I can't even remember what I was looking for, but I found my box of y'all's challenge coins and patches and everything else. I was like, oh, that's where those went. Those are cool. And then I still didn't find what I was looking for. So you ever have that happen to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where you go looking for something specific, and then all of a sudden you find something else that takes your attention.
Yep.
And you go down a rabbit hole of like, oh, I should change those strings, or oh, I should clean that, or oh, I haven't played this thing in years.
Yes.
And then here you are with a mandolin in, and yeah, you find out that it's sorely out of tune. But yeah, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It
But
is what
you
it
ever
is.
had that happen to you before?
Oh, yeah.
Many times.
Yep.
I
was looking for that.
I finally got some shelving to put in my garage.
Mm.
Because I have some boxes, not boxes, bins.
Professor
Plastic
Bins.
Bins.
The ghost professor
Bins.
at Hogwarts.
But I've got some
Keep
bins.
saying bins.
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 And cats.
And cats. And mushroom. But no, so I finally got the box. I've got the shelving to make my garage look. You know, I've got these boxes or bins all stacked up, and I'm like, now they're gonna be organized and it's gonna look nice. And I don't want to do it because I know if I do, Like, even though I've already looked through said bins, I'm probably gonna check them
Bins.
again, and it's gonna turn into oh, I can throw that away. Oh, I can take care of that. Oh, I can do X, Y, and Z. And then next thing you know, I will not have accomplished anything that I had set out to do.
Hmm.
And I will not have put up said shelving
With the
So-
bins.
With the bins.
with the bins.
Bins.
With the bins.
Bins.
Mercedes.
Pants.
Hmm.
Oh, we are just one of those Rollin. What's the ink blot test? Rorschach.
Rorschach.
Yes.
We're just a
Rorschach.
walking Rorschach. Just
What
waiting
do-
to happen.
What do you see?
What do you
Bins.
think? What are you thinking right now, Benz?
Pie.
Bins.
Pie. Yeah, I've had 3 slices today.
Ugh, I'm avoiding it like the. I had some
I-
leftovers for dinner, and
I
I'm just
woke
like,
up craving a piece of pie. And
Mm.
guess what your boy ate with his coffee this morning? A piece of pie.
you
Guess what
can't-
I had after lunch today? A piece of
Toast.
pie. Guess what I finished off after dinner tonight? The rest of the stinking pie. Your boy needs to get up and move.
Mm.
Oh,
Sounds like a good day
pie.
to me.
Oh, it was glorious. I'm gonna regret it tomorrow,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know what? That pecan pie, don't care where you're from. It's got nuts in it. It's
Eh.
good. Come on.
Oh, we got Philip in the chat, boys.
Philip, what's up, my man?
What up, dude?
Hello.
That's exciting.
I finished. I think I showed you guys. So I finished this dude.
You did show us. You sent us pictures on our messenger chat, but he looks good, man.
Yeah.
So
I really like the detail you were able to put in him.
Yeah. So for the group, for the chat, for people that that are listening but not watching,
Oh,
you're missing out. I started
Twitch.tv/Brothers
I
Swimmers Podcast.
I started painting miniatures like last year, and I've done a couple now, and it's honestly it's turned into something I really enjoy. I've got this one. I think I've shown this one on chat. This one is the one that Patrick made for me.
Yeah.
This was a birthday
He's a
gift.
yeah.
So birthday
Barbarian
gift,
chieftain.
I love dwarves. I think they're awesome. And this dude is pretty awesome. He's got a wolf for a wolf's head for a shoulder pauldron, and like the more you look at him, the more the detail pops out. And I can't wait. He's gonna be one of my next ones to paint.
That'll be
I
good.
think I'm gonna make his cloak blue.
I like it.
Kind of like a Stormwind-esque thing, you know?
Ooh, digging it.
Yeah. I could do that.
The pocket tank rides again.
The pocket tank.
The
rides again.
pocket tank.
Except as a pocket tank, I wouldn't carry a two-handed axe. I'd be a sword and shield.
Well, you haven't played WoW in a while, bub.
Details.
So they've gone quite differently. There's different races that are now tanks, or different classes, excuse me, that are now tanks.
Can you tank as a healer?
Technically,
That would be
yes.
kind of wild.
Yeah.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm gonna keep aggro, and I'm also gonna keep you alive.
Yeah, they call those resto pallies.
Yeah. Philip, you had the pecan bro, a pie pro.
Pie, bro.
You know, I talk for a living.
Hmm.
I'm glad you really enjoyed it, man. And who is actually sick? Are you talking about the print?
I think he's talking about the figurine.
Oh, I
It
can
is a
dig
cool figurine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarf.
Oh,
The
speaking of,
dwarf.
I had to do triage Patrick on old Boba Fett.
Oh no! Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
broke during the move.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did he lose
so
a hand?
He has his blaster arm.
His
just
gun hand.
snapped
Oh,
clean off. And his antenna,
He's
his
ambidextrous,
targeting
though.
antenna.
he
I
is.
had to, yes, but he's fixed now. He's still on my dash. And he looks great. He looks
Of
just
course
as
he
good.
does.
Mhm.
Of course he
But
does.
yeah, I was so mad when it happened. It's like, really?
You know what's
This
cool?
is what's
You know a guy who can print you another one.
Hmm.
True.
Yeah,
True. But that one's the first one you made for me, and I don't
you're
want
right.
anything to happen to him.
Yeah.
You're right. So I printed something else, boys.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the color of Mario pipes. I just realized that. But I found a new prop maker who does Lego pieces, and these fit together so much easier, right? And uh
Hmm. Uh-oh. We lost you. You hit the
Yeah, your
mic,
mic, your
and
mic,
we...
your mic.
Oh,
Nope,
no.
nope, nope.
check.
Oh, there we go.
There
Hey,
we
Hey.
he's
go.
back,
We
boys.
got him.
So anyways, yeah, it's so clean, right? Like look at
Yeah.
that. There was no prep. It just boop, good stuff. So, yeah, working that out. I right colors, but I also got these bad boys.
Hmm.
And when you mix and match these, like you make 8 of these, but 4 of them in different colors,
Mm-hmm.
and they make big giant like snowflakes, like this
Hmm.
big. And so, yeah, another option for my crafting that's happening. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Snowflakes and Lego pieces all day long, boys.
Yeah, man. I got to bake in front of Grandma.
What?
Yeah,
How'd you
so
pull that off?
you guys have a portal, right?
Yeah,
You've seen those?
no.
All
I
right.
know what they are. I don't have one.
Yeah, so Facebook made this portal, right? And essentially, it brings up your FaceTime, and it's such a easy user interface that the kids can use it.
Come on.
And we were down there on Thanksgiving, and I was making bread and all sorts of other stuff. I'll get into that in a minute. But Caroline was sitting at the table eating something that I had made her, and Theo was sitting there, and Theo just started, moving his hand, and then hit the button, and he called Mom. So we talked to Mom for about a half an hour on Thanksgiving morning with
Nice.
Grandma. So I, kept pulling stuff out of the oven. I was like, "Yeah, you think this is done?" Just,
Just cheesing.
Oh
Yeah.
Would you check this for me?
That's
You're probably making
perfect.
them envious because
Oh, I
it
love
probably
it.
looks so good.
that was the point.
I love it. No,
Mhm.
that's great, man.
No, so Mom and I were both using Grandma's pie recipe, or her pie crust recipe. So if y'all don't have that, I'm sorry. I'll tell you offline.
Yes. Got another idea for that too. About offline as well.
All right.
Yep.
But I was doing that, and I was making red russet potato rolls for Thanksgiving.
Red russet potato rolls.
Yes,
Boy, that just rolls off the tongue.
it does, doesn't it?
This is very.
But that I used, I kind of used great grandma's recipe for rolls, and then tweaked it a little bit. I made them a little heartier by adding mashed potatoes.
Great grandma.
Great.
Great grandma Gate. All
Mhm.
right. Look at you. Now,
Wow.
question, is this one handwritten or is it typed out?
It was spoken to me by Mom. Steel trap.
Okay.
Did she really just like
All
tell
right.
you the recipe and then you're like,
Well, she told me,
got
and then
it?
we made them. So that kind of worked.
Very well then.
All right.
But,
I have an idea. Boys, we're going to need to talk.
all right.
Okay.
Okay.
But I added potatoes into it because I had made potato bread earlier, like the week before, for
Mhm.
sandwiches. I have determined I will not buy bread at the store.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's so much cheaper, and I can make so much more, and I can make it better.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's better for you.
It is true. It's very true. So quite literally, I'll whip up like a roll or two, or a loaf or two on like Sunday, and we'll have rolls, or we'll have sandwich bread. Just
He
slice
whips
it
it
right
up
off.
like he does his nose.
Oh yeah.
And they come out of the
Mhm.
oven.
Oh, it's great.
And it's done.
Greg, do you know the theme song for that one?
Na, 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 na,
That's
na,
the one.
na,
Very
na,
good.
na.
I'll give you that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Whenever anyone
Oh.
called the clinic, that used to be what I would do. I was like, let me put you on hold for a second.
And you'd sing
Do,
to them?
do, 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 do.
That's actually funny.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
My PTA loved that. She'd come out and she's like, Richmond, what are you doing? I'd cover the receiver. They're on hold. Wait one. Do, do,
Wait,
do, do.
what? That's
Uh,
awesome.
It's usually while I was typing something into the computer, be like, all right, let's see when your appointment is. Do, 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 do.
That's hilarious.
It made
I
me
love
smile.
you, man. That's awesome.
And the 05 that was the physical therapist back there, she was technically she's a civilian, but she was in the Air Force and then she got out and she just kept working for the military. So she worked the clinic, and then our physical therapist assistant was also she was the wife of a chief or something. But she had all of her certifications, so she came in. So it was just the two of them, me, and then an HM1. Just whatever fun I could have in that office, I had.
I
And
love it.
It was
That's
glorious.
hilarious.
Sing and hold music. Wait one.
Well,
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
I love it.
I am great at customer service. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Absolutely
perfect.
brilliant, boyo.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love it. Oh, so boys, tell me about your week. What's happening? We had a great holiday this past week, Thanksgiving, one of our favorites, all three of us.
Mhm.
Let's go. Who wants to go first?
Dibs.
Okay.
Ha.
Take it away, man. Look at that. The
Ha.
youngest goes first.
Well, Greg always goes first.
I do usually go first.
Well,
He's
We're
the man.
shaking it up today.
look out.
So
Making it
thank. Ain't no got gas in it. Ain't got no gas. All right. Anyway, so as always, it was Thanksgiving this week, and because of that, we're on like a stand down at work. We're essentially, instead of the normal, 4-section rotation, which every commanding officer that's ever gotten in front of us has said is quote inhumane. Yeah. So the topsiders, the guys who are like Greg, they're usually on a much better duty rotation, right?
Yeah.
Because they stand quote ship's watches. So more often than not, they're in like 8-section. So they have duty once every 8 days.
Okay.
If for some reason they shift down, they go to 6. 6 is the worst that they will do. So it's not too bad for them, but for us, the best we have ever had was 5. But more often than not, we're always in 4. And because there's a third of us gone, we're in 3. So not terrible, but could be better.
Mm-hmm.
So I had duty twice since the last time we've talked, and I roll into duty tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But for the last time. And then we go back to 4-section because everyone comes back on Friday.
What do you mean for the last time?
For the last time this palm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So, and then after for New Year's, I'm back in 3-section. So, but I get Christmas leave, so I'll take that.
That's always nice.
It is. Well, this week was a lot of baking, gentlemen. A lot. Liz and I've told you guys we've been really getting into making sourdough. And we had a loaf that she put in and we proved overnight. And it was probably the best sourdough that I've had ever.
Well done.
And now what we're doing is we're upping our starter, right?
Upping your starter.
Upping your starter. So a lot like when it comes to making beer, you have to feed the yeast,
Amen.
right? So that
And that's sugars, right?
sugars, anything that breaks down into sugars. Yeah.
Look at me.
I got you.
Look at me.
So with sourdough, you don't use sugars though.
Are you not entertained? Sorry, go.
I have that helmet. Want me to get it real quick?
No, not yet.
All
You're talking.
It's coming.
You're telling a story. Please
I mean,
tell
that's
the story.
fine. That's fine.
My name is Gladiator.
So, Huh. So while making sourdough, right? You started off with a starter. So instead of with regular bread, you put flour. You add your salt, you add your sugar, and then in a different thing, you do like a warm cup of water with your yeast and sugar, so that it feeds it before you put it in and start developing your glutens. With sourdough, all of that's already in the starter. So quite literally, you just scoop some starter out after you feed it and add that to your flour and just start mixing it.
Huh.
Well, we started finding all these different things that you can make with sourdough, like sourdough biscuits, sourdough chocolate chip cookies.
What?
Yep, it's a thing. Because
Sounds like a good thing.
Sounds fluffy.
well, not really.
Really?
Well, if you think about it, right, it's just basically a different taste to the flour, right? Because you're not adding yeast. Yeast is already in there, and it's already like basically fermented. So it's like making beer chocolate chip cookies, essentially.
Beer
Which
chocolate chip cookies.
it sounds weird, but
It sounds like it's happening.
don't
It's
don't knock it until you try it.
Googling it. There you go.
Yep.
Someone's got a recipe out
Somebody
there.
has a
Keep
recipe,
talking,
probably.
I'm loving it.
So we found all these different things, and Caroline wanted to make chocolate chip cookies. So Liz sent me a recipe that she had found for sourdough chocolate chip cookies, because I had made a sourdough loaf the night before. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. So I, go to get the starter out, and there's not enough starter to make the recipe. So we determined that would never happen again. So she went out and got one of those like gallon-sized like glass jars with a sealing lid on the top,
Right.
and we've just been feeding our sourdough starter.
What do you feed it?
Well, you give it water, you give it
Okay.
flour, and it's a one third, one third, one third thing, right? So
Okay.
however big your starter is, right, and then that same size you put in water, that same amount you put in flour.
Okay.
So we've been working on filling up this gallon jug of sourdough starter.
Oh my goodness. How long is this good for?
I mean, if you keep feeding it, pretty much indefinitely.
Indefinitely? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So you can't get it too hot. That's the only thing. But you can put it in the fridge, right? And it'll slow down the fermentation, and it'll just kind of go inactive a little bit until you pull it out, warm it up some, and then feed it.
Wow.
So it's great.
Wow.
But
Feed me, Seymour.
essentially, yeah.
Feed me.
So it develops what they call hooch on the top of it, which is basically just alcohol. And that is the way that the sourdough starter lets you know, I'm hungry, it's time to eat.
Oh my goodness.
So we saw the little ring of hooch on the top, and we said, yep, it's time.
That's amazing.
And we just keep going.
I
So,
fell into a burning ring of hooch.
hooch. Yeah, I'll take that as one. But we did that. I made 2 pecan pies, and I didn't have enough time to make the pumpkin pies, but I had made the pie crust. So Liz and Caroline made those the next day.
Aw.
And then we took all of our pies and the rolls that I made over to a friend's house on Thanksgiving. And we stayed there for a little bit, had some food, had some pie, came back home. And then the next day, I took the turkey breast that we had put in brine on Wednesday. And I smoked that for about 4.5 hours on Friday. And then made my own Thanksgiving for us. And put all that together. So, in Liz's words, no one else is allowed to make Thanksgiving in the house. Because
That's high praise, buddy.
I've done it twice now, and my
High
wife,
praise.
gentlemen, does not like turkey. I think she used the phrase hate a couple of different times. And I have never seen someone go back for turkey that many times.
Aw.
So it's it's a big win. That's a real big win.
Well done, buddy.
Yeah.
Well done. So, question: do you
Thank you.
prefer the name Martha or Betty?
I'm definitely a Betty.
No, Perfect.
Because Martha doesn't do, or well, Martha does all the like home stuff,
Right.
and I don't really know how to arrange pillows on a couch,
Except for the one you're sleeping on.
except for the one that I'm sleeping on,
You also don't have a felony.
that you know of.
There's that.
You guys don't see my feet on camera. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. We
There-
do not.
There could be an ankle monitor down there.
Are you flashing down?
No.
Yeah. Are you beeping?
Why are you beeping there, son?
And then Friday, as always, is Friday Night Magic, boys.
Yay. Even
Yeah.
on Black Friday, how'd
Yeah.
you do?
Very well.
Oh.
Very well. Because on top of that, if you bought anything on Black Friday, they have the most genius way of doing a Black Friday discount. There's a box right next to the register. It's a felt-lined wooden box. And in that box are 3 D10s.
Nice.
You shake them and drop them. You add up, and that's the percentage that you get off.
So you could potentially get up to 30% purchase.
You could.
Wow. And?
It's glorious. So I got a box, and gentlemen, I got my mana crypt.
Hey,
Nice.
congratulations.
Yes, I finally have one. And it's good. I got a chance to use it on Friday night, and I laughed, I smiled. Everyone else did not. It was great.
Did you win overall again?
Yes. I don't know how you don't know that's a thing.
I'm waiting for the day when someone actually edges you out. Like,
No.
I'd be proud of them. I'm still stunned that you just come in like it's like
I'm
I can
about to
only
root for the
imagine.
other guy, just letting you know.
I just all I can imagine is like Friday night rolls around, everyone
They're
rolls
watching
into
for
the
your
game store to
car.
Yeah.
It's yeah, right. Like your car pulls up and you hop out and they all just are like, crap.
It's
Well, I
it's
guess
the
we're not winning
it's the
tonight.
SpongeBob SquarePants meme. All right, I'm gonna head out.
I have friends there.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and they hate to play with you.
They're
I have
usually the
no
dudes
doubt.
who sit at the end table with me.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's the same group every time.
Yeah.
Like they split us up in the beginning and we all go to different pods and they're like, "We hate you." And then we go to the final table and they're like, "Yeah, that's right."
Yeah. You have reason to hate.
And what's funny is we pull out the
Uh,
big stuff at the final table. Right? I have stopped dropping Kinnan. Okay? So, Philip, yes, I will definitely hit you up with a deck list.
Nice.
Trust me. I got you.
Yes, he does, Philip.
Yeah.
And buckle up, bud, because yeah,
Yeah.
Your uncle's brain is
it works differently.
You're
it
gonna
works in
stretch a little bit.
mysterious ways.
Oof.
I can't keep up with you. Like how your head I tried to explain it to a friend. I'm like, he plays Magic. Like I like playing. I don't play a lot, but I play occasionally. I'm like his brain just works on a different. He'll get a card and he'll be like, "I like this card. This is a cool card. It's got a neat mechanic. Wonder what I can do with it." And then you just kind of run off on your own little like side train, and next thing you know, you put out a deck, and it's like, what is this? Oh, it killed me turn 1.
Yeah.
Got it.
Now that I have my mana crypt, I have figured out how to do that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
perfect.
can
I
imagine.
finally have enough mana to do it. It's gonna be fun. I've got one new thing that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna stop for a little bit.
Okay.
So I found a card. That card is called Thassa's Oracle. And for anybody who plays, they know that it's stupid, right? It pretty much, if anyone sees an infinite combo, that you get infinite mana or infinite creatures, or allows you to get infinite mana or something, they know that Thassa's Oracle is coming. It's just one of those things. But it's how you get it out there that's the fun part. And right now, one of the top dudes to get that is a card by the name of Urza. Urza basically does the same thing that Kinnan does, except it's just in blue. And instead of revealing the top 5, it just exiles the top card of your library. So I could basically exile my entire library and play Thassa's Oracle and win the game.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
I could do that turn 1.
That's so mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's so mean. It's like, oh, I'm ready to play a game.
No.
We just started. No, you lost.
Yeah, you're done. Just
This
put
is
your
game
put your
over.
cards away.
You all
This is
lost.
game over.
That's right. Just
Anyone want to play a fun one after this? Nah. But there's one last thing I got to talk about. I'm sorry. There is a game on Steam that we need to look at, gentlemen.
Okay.
It is called Tabletop RPG.
Okay.
I think it's like $20. That's what one of the guys was telling me while I was on watch on Saturday. But essentially, you can format any like board game, any card game, pretty much anything. Like they have an MTG one that allows you to input your deck list into the actual game, and then you can play Magic with the other people at your tabletop. Tabletop RPG.
Looking it up. Hold on.
Yeah, I was trying to find.
Yeah. But I mean, like, if you want to get together and we all play Monopoly, we could play Monopoly on that. Or we could play, there's another game that I found that I think you guys are going to enjoy. I'll show you about it another time.
So I got Tabletop Simulator.
Maybe?
Tabletopia?
Nah.
No. Tabletop Crew? No.
Okay,
Tabletop
Warfighter,
Simulator
Super
Zombie
Fight,
Simulator.
Dark Knight Deck Quest, Dungeon Drop. So Tabletop Simulator is like the base of it, and then it has all of these different things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll keep looking. Obviously not now because we're busy.
It's true.
See, guys, squirrels.
Yeah.
Squirrels. All day long, squirrels.
What squirrels?
Squirrels?
Squirrels.
So, yep. I'm still here. Yeah?
Yeah, still here. Yeah.
Whew. Okay, good.
Yay. I also found an old card that it's going to be mean for everybody. I'm basically going to shut down people's commander for 1 mana. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Oh, you're awful and we love you.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to make a bunch of copies of it and shut down everybody's stuff. Yay! And then I'm going to tap them for mana.
Move, and you can't move, and you
Alex,
can't move,
people love to hate you.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be fun.
I'm always impressed every time. Like, it's like some of the ideas that you come up with card decks. And do you post any of them online?
No.
Very well then.
So don't worry, Philip. I got you.
Can't give away all the secrets.
Nope. I'll explain it to you if you play it.
Teach you how it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Build a deck for less than $50 and let's see what happens. Oh no, you lost. What?
For you.
Your deck is $1,500? Oh darn.
Oh,
Sucks.
you poor unfortunate soul.
Poor unfortunate soul. It cost me $37.23.
He's got it down to the cents.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you include the lands, it's 50, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just because I put fancy ones that look nice.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
fancy lands.
Fancy lands.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want to see like you like show up with one of your new decks to like a group of players, like especially like one of your decks that you build that's not crazy expensive, and like you set out your commander, and all of them just kind of look at it like, what?
Yeah, that happens quite often.
Like, don't worry about it.
I've got a green deck that's called Finn the Fangbearer. Yeah.
Alex, you need to start posting your stuff on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay.
Just show.
You want a side gig? That's your side gig.
Man,
Yeah.
I want to retire.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Patrick. What about you, man?
Oh, I get to go next?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna make Greg go last.
Wow, we skipped the goat. All right. Shoot. Well, my mother-in-law was in town last week,
Yay.
and it Nelda, she's amazing. Best mother-in-law. But we kind of had work Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday is decorating day here on campus, Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And gentlemen, you know how I absolutely decorating. it is
Yes.
not what I want to do. And your boy got in charge of leading a single cadet, another guy,
Boom.
to decorate a whole stinking building.
We're gonna put this here.
Yeah, that's kind of how it went.
Mm.
And we were done in 35 minutes. It was supposed to take all day. Yeah. But your boy couldn't be finished. He had to go and help. I had to go and help my wife, who was in the chapel, which involved being on a 20-foot ladder in the
Oh
middle of the
my.
chapel, hanging cloth from the cross at the back of the chapel. So yeah, guys, we have way too many Christmas trees on campus. I'm just gonna put it out there. Sorry, not sorry.
Eh.
But yes, it is possible to have too many trees.
No.
And yeah, I was able to get out of it that afternoon for a an emergency. All's well, no worries. And then Wednesday, I got to stay home. They gave us Wednesday off, including all the cadets, so I got to sleep in. And Baker Man, I made 2 pies myself.
Mm.
I made a chess pie.
Mm-hmm.
Turned out amazing. And I made a pecan pie. Now, I bought store-bought crusts, so they weren't grandma's crusts. I wish they were. But we made it happen. And I made pea salad, which is like a 7-layer salad, deviled eggs, and something else that day. I can't remember. Tea. I made sweet tea. So all Carrie had to do on Thursday, it was hers. She made the turkey, she made the dressing, I did the mashed potatoes, and we had a nice, beautiful lunch on Thursday. Family around the table. However, my oldest was in Louisville, and so we had the opportunity to get up bright and early Friday morning and didn't have any traffic leaving Atlanta, which was beautiful. And we took my mother-in-law back home. We took her back up to Owensboro and delivered her safely there and drove to Louisville and got to see our boy Friday. We took him up some dressing, or we took him up all the pies that we could. And oh, that was the other thing. We made peanut butter fudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Had all the good stuff there. Took that to him on Friday. Took him out for a bite to eat. And then while we were up there, we got to visit with our cadets who are actually at Louisville South.
Oh,
And
Awesome.
gentlemen, what an experience that was to see that building. What is it? 20 years now?
At least.
More than that, we left Owensboro, excuse me. You all left Louisville
Mm-hmm.
January of 21. No, 2001.
Yep.
Right. Have you been back since?
Nope.
no.
Yeah. Guess what?
Hmm.
Hasn't changed.
Hmm.
Hasn't changed a lick.
Same
And that's
building.
same building, honestly, same people, obviously grown up. There are a few new families, which is awesome, but the cooks, they're doing a great job up there. I'm very proud of them. As the core officers, and got to play praise and worship, got to play guitar. Carrie was on piano and Philip was on bass guitar, and that was a
Awesome.
weird juxtaposition, if you will. Being there 20 years ago and didn't know how to play guitar, just sang, and here I am leading worship. And then we played in the band. We played in the brass band, and got to listen to Michelle preach. It was great. So
That's cool.
yeah, so that's why I missed last week or last night. Folks. I was by the time we should have been recording, I was stuck in traffic in Knoxville.
Ew.
It was gross. It was
Yeah.
so gross. So very gross. So, all that to say, I had a fantastic, very grateful for the time spent with family, and yeah, very grateful for it. How about you, G? I saw some pictures on Messenger.
Yes. So we did high of the week. We did Thanksgiving here in our neighborhood. So we ended up our next door neighbor, our neighbors across the street, rented out, and it's a deposit that we have a clubhouse here in the neighborhood, and they went ahead and rented it out, and
Is
we
it
probably
Mickey
had.
Mouse?
It is not Mickey Mouse, but it does have a pool during season,
Ooh,
which is not
nice.
right now, so it is not open. But the clubhouse is really nice. It's got a kitchen in it. Um, it's got seating, like fold out chairs and tables and stuff, so you can put a decent amount of people in there. So I helped set that up on Wednesday, and then Thursday we did the thing. We had Thanksgiving with a bunch of our neighbors and some of their Marines. I made deviled eggs.
Yes.
That was fun because I literally hard boiled 4 dozen eggs.
Goodness.
Yeah. That was an interesting experience. But then I also made. Um, I think I told you guys about this. Have you ever? Did you guys ever, Patrick? Did you ever have Utica greens when you came up to visit me?
No, sir.
Okay. So you're gonna have to Google what Utica greens are. Shout out Utica, New York.
Oh.
I am going to uh, share. I'm gonna write down the recipe that I use because we modified it a little bit as we were playing around. But
All right.
it's basically uh, it's escarole or a similar. We actually use kale. We use some kale in it. Trust me, I used 5 pounds, 5 pounds of kale, 5 pounds
Holy
of
cow.
escarole, 3 pounds of bacon.
Was it dry kale?
No, 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 no. You cook it. You reduce it down.
Okay.
But
That's a lot of kale.
it is. But when you turn it into when you put enough garlic, pickled cherry peppers, onion, and bacon into it, it actually tastes really good.
It's no longer kale.
No,
That ain't kale, bub.
it's just
No.
greens. Oh, and breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese or
Mm-mm.
Romano cheese.
All right. So when you send this recipe of disaster, please don't send it for an army. Send it for,
No, no,
for
no. I will send a normal size. I
All right.
I I started. There's the one batch, and then I multiplied it by a lot, and
Obviously. Yeah.
I made a lot of
Yep.
it. But it's gentlemen, it's a little bitter. It's sweet.
It's all that kale.
It's spicy. It's
Why is it so spicy?
oh man, like
Ain't got no gas in it.
it's got so many different it's got all the flavors in it. It's so stinking good. I had some with dinner tonight, and I will probably end up eating a little bit more if I'm given the
Because you
opportunity. If I
have
don't-
like 20 pounds of it.
Yeah.
no. We actually it was such a huge hit. There was a lot of we made way more than we needed. Lesson learned there.
What? No way.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
5 pounds of kale.
Yeah, 5 pounds of kale. But the that one, there was a
5
lot of
pounds
people
of hail.
that took that home. That they're like, they either A, wanted the recipe, or B, just wanted to take it home with them, because man, oh man, was that stuff good.
I just imagine him getting it out of the back of the truck, and he puts it on like a dolly and wheels it over to the table.
It wasn't. I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you the picture.
Oh, I know.
Oh, we saw the picture.
We did. It's a good
I
picture.
didn't know it was kale.
Mm. You know, that's like garnish that they use
On the side of a plate.
No, like for decoration at like the pizza buffet. It's not even really a plate. It's like
As it doesn't mold.
yeah,
It's mold resistant.
it is in fact mold resistant.
Ew.
But for some reason, in recent years, they decided it was a superfood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because it lasted so well.
It lasts. I mean, it stays like that in your colon too.
Again,
Oh, the
I'm
more
sure-
you know.
The more you know. I'm sure it was fantastic, Greg.
I imagine.
It was.
Yeah.
It was really good. I will. I'll make it for you.
Okay.
It definitely scratched the itch, because when you see it, like the first time you order it at a restaurant in Utica, and it comes out, because it's a green vegetable, and it's just like, it's been reduced
So
down
are
a little
cucumbers?
bit. No. Like think
Pickles?
like
Those have been
Yes.
reduced down. Yeah.
it doesn't look appetizing at first. It
Hmm.
throws you off,
Hmm.
and then you taste it,
Most kale
And-
doesn't.
and it tastes amazing. It's so stinking good. I'm gonna make you a convert.
Okay. Well, Alex, we got to remember he is in California now,
He is in California. Everything's weird
Oh,
over there.
Please.
and they eat kale like nobody's business.
Pretty sure they eat sand too.
They don't eat sand.
Are you sure?
I'm
I gotta stop.
positive.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. And the rest of your weekend? Oh, I wanted to ask you boys real quick. Greg, you
Go
were
ahead.
talking about boiling 4 dozen eggs.
4 dozen.
Yes.
Have you ever tried or thought to smoke an egg
Yes.
in order to hard boil it?
It really wouldn't work.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Like, does it not get hot enough?
Well, I mean, you boil an egg at 212, right? So
Okay.
most smokers, whenever you're actually cooking, it's like 225, 250. So it would get up there.
Okay.
The issue is, I don't know how well that would work.
I feel like they would pop.
Yeah.
What if you pinpricked them?
Then you'd have a mess at the bottom of your smoker.
No.
Pinprick and put it facing upright. on
Exactly,
top.
facing upright. So you pinprick the top so it steams. And
Smart home, we're doing stuff this weekend.
I
Yeah.
think it'd be interesting. Please try it.
Off subject too,
I
what we were
will.
talking about it earlier. There
Thank
is
you.
a recipe on the internet for stout brown butter and chocolate chip cookies.
Haha.
Stout brown butter.
Yeah, you use a
the stout.
The ingredients are butter, stout beer, preferably a barrel aged stout,
No.
brown sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, flour, bread flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, chocolate chunks, and salt.
I have a caramel macchiato stout.
And that
would be pretty good.
That sounds amazing.
Amazing.
It sounds amazing.
Start calling them boozy cookies.
Mm.
put them in the bakery. $12 a dozen. No, $12 for 6. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Simple smoked eggs recipe. Preheat smoker.
I don't know. Mom and I talked again, and she said that we have to do the bakery thing whenever I retire.
My boy said that we need to add another B as well.
For what?
I'm cutting hair.
Oh.
Barber.
Barber?
That would be interesting. You're sitting there, having a grand old time, talking to the dudes while you're waiting for your haircut to start.
Yep.
Sports are going on in the background. You smell barbecue in the back.
Come on.
You got a dude that's
you're
walking
chilling.
around.
While you're chilling, you're drinking your craft beer.
Yeah, they're walking around offering you drinks. Hey, you want something to drink while you wait? And then in the back room, you just hear dice clacking because there's some dude that's running for his life from an ogre.
Yeah. It's perfect.
The
I love it.
descriptions. So yes, there is a recipe here for cooking eggs in the shell on a smoker.
You could make it look like the logo could look almost like a butterfly, because you have like a backwards B right next to a forwards B, and then stack them on top of each other. Quad Bs.
Quad Bs.
Quad Bs.
Yeah.
All the Bs.
All
And
the
then
Bs.
Randomly, we could just have a beehive back in the back for making
I'll
mead.
say we make honey too.
Yeah.
And turn that into mead.
Gentlemen, we are jacks of all trades.
And master of none.
And master of a few. Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My turn to ask the question.
Sure.
Go ahead. Go.
No, go
Shoot,
for it.
shoot. No, you were rolling something.
I don't even remember.
All right. Here's a quickie, boys.
See?
For the show, because we got like 10 minutes left before we hit our hour mark. Here we go. Ready?
See?
Send it.
Gentlemen, we are men of habits, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes bad ones.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Same. Seriously. My question for you is this. If you were to keep the same habits you have now, in 5 years, will your life be better or worse?
Well,
uh-oh.
Technically, in 5 years, I'll be out of the military, so my life will be infinitely better. But that goes against the spirit of your question.
Yeah, life would be better.
So the spirit of your question, right?
Right.
The habits that I have, so to speak. Some of them being good, right? I'm habitually on time. I don't like to be late to anything, so I don't think that would be bad. But the certain issues that I have, right, with obviously most military men have the same problem that I do, of a nicotine addiction. I believe that if that continues, that in 5 years, yes, I will be worse off. And ultimately, that's really the one that matters.
Yeah.
So, yes, I believe that if I kept the same habits in 5 years, I would be worse off, not better off.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Greg?
Definitely same. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have made a commitment. I'm not wearing it right now, but I actually have a necklace that I've been using to try and help wean me off from nicotine. Because it's not good.
It is not.
It's not healthy.
No.
Well, see, and you both recognize that.
Oh,
So it is something that if you have the desire to, you can kick it.
The issue with that is honestly, in my opinion, and in my case, and I'm pretty sure it is in Greg's too. If I'm speaking for you, Greg, just let me know. But it's a coping mechanism.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
It is something that has developed over, in my case, 15, almost 16, and Greg's 17, almost 18 years, that we have developed that coping mechanism, that de-stressor, that way to, stop,
Mm,
to get away for a minute. Maybe not in that way, shape, or form, but
sure. Sure.
some way to for us to de-stress, to calm down. And you said it a couple of weeks ago, right? When crap hits the fan, Greg and I don't even blink. We don't stop.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, what's the next step? Where are we
Right.
going?
Right.
What happens next? Where do we go forward? And one of the reasons, unfortunately, for that is we have that de-stressor.
Mm,
So
And the idea of walking away like baked out of our brains
mm-hmm,
from years of being in the military.
mm-hmm.
sure. Sure.
You're taught
So,
to run that way, not away from.
yep.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
we went to a fireworks display once, and most of it blew up. And my buddy Stone, well, we were in Georgia, right?
Okay.
And they were not being smart with their fireworks. And we were at a major park with a whole bunch of other people. And they started seeing fireworks go off on the ground. And he and I both stood up from our chairs and started running towards the fire. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else is trying to get away from it.
It is who you are, gentlemen. I
Unfortunately.
recognize.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So as you guys were talking, I was only thinking about my good habits, and now
Mm-hmm.
I realize I do have a bad habit that I need to do something about, and that is mindlessly scrolling on these little devices called smartphones. Um, I've wasted quite a bit of time on this stupid thing, and that habit needs to be broken
Mm-hmm.
for my mental health and also for the presence of my family. So we make it a point not to have them at the dinner table,
Mm-hmm.
but other times it's attached. And so yes, if I do not break that habit 5 years, probably mentally, and also with a neck like this. But
You'll look like me. I slouch
no.
anyway.
Well, if I look like you good, then I'm good. So,
Okay.
but I do would like to keep up with my reading and all that fun jazz. So, good deal, boys. Well, thank you very much for being honest with your answers.
Yeah, thanks
Appreciate
for the
it.
question, man. It was a good question.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Got a few more in the hopper, so we'll play with those when we come to it.
Awesome. Can I see that list, by the way?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
I ended up making
Uh,
it up on the fly, so.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Hey, what happens when you put your hand in a blender?
Bad things.
It rotates.
You get a handshake.
Mm. The dark humor guys are laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was well played.
Mm.
This morning Siri said, "Don't call me Shirley." I knew I accidentally left my phone in airplane mode.
The movie Airplane,
Oh,
starring
got
Wesley
it.
Nielsen.
Surely
Thank
you can't be
you.
serious.
Yeah.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
And don't call me
Mm.
Shirley. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Naked
Uh,
Gun.
hey, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
I recently joined a support group for people who talk a lot.
How's that working out for you?
Well, we call ourselves On and On and On.
And on and on and on. And on and on and on. I asked my date to meet me at the gym, and she never showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess two of us aren't going to work out.
It's the delivery, boss.
Yep.
It's the delivery.
Yep.
I like it.
Oh man.
In my job interview, I was asked what my good qualities were. Well, my doctor always calls me patient.
Nice. Alex, you'll get a laugh out of this one. I just broke up with my mathematician girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She was obsessed with an X.
Mm.
Oh,
Thought you were
always
gonna
trying to
say
find it.
she was obtuse or she was
Careful.
too square.
Careful. Careful.
Mm.
I went to a psychic. I knocked on her front door. She yelled, "Who is it?" So I left.
I used to run a dating service for chickens.
I think you've said this one, but go ahead.
I was struggling to make. I couldn't. I was struggling to make hens meet.
Hens meat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hens are female, so it would be hard to make them.
No, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
If a pig loses its voice, does it become disgruntled?
That's a very good question. Sometimes I wake up grumpy,
Mm.
but other times I let her sleep in.
Nah. What is Beethoven's favorite fruit?
Dun 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 dun. No. Shoot. I don't know what.
Banana.
Bananas.
Banana. 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 Banana.
There it is. He got himself. Doesn't count.
Banana.
Yeah.
People in Athens, you know, they rarely get up before sunrise. Dawn is tough on Greece.
He says it so confidently. And what does a grape say when it's squashed?
Ouch.
Wine.
Nothing. It just lets out a little wine.
I've said this one before. What does Yoda say? Well, what did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K for the first time?
HDMI.
HD.
Yeah. And a sheep, a drum, and a snake fall off a cliff.
But hiss.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
How do flat earthers travel?
Laterally.
On a plane.
Yeah.
Thing?
Yeah, plane.
Yeah.
On a plane.
Laterally.
Plane. Laterally.
Liz, I just saw your help on that. Thank you so much. Change my phone to grayscale, less dopamine and addictive pull. Thank you. Very, very helpful. Awesome. Guys, this has been episode 135 of our week podcast, Brothers in Arms. We meet on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms podcast. As you've heard, we've called out a few of our listeners who have written on our chat. We're going to find a way to get that up here on this so that we all can see it as you see it. And yes, Alex?
I think there's a way.
There is a way. We just need to talk to my son, Philip,
Yes.
who
He's in chat.
he is in chat. But yeah, we'll figure a way to work that out. But all that to be said, twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms podcast, our Twitter @YourBIA podcast, YouTube channel Brothers in Arms podcast, all one word, and yeah, that's about it. That's all our mediums. So, brothers, before we hit that magic button,
Instagram.
we do have an Instagram, Brothers in Arms podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Oh,
he's back.
Who's burping?
I ain't got one.
I don't have one ready, but
No, sorry.
You came in at the end, bud.
Oh,
That's not bad.
Me.
Meh. Any party remarks before we hit that magic button?
Oh, as always, make sure you drink water, take Motrin, and change your socks.
Alex?
So the card is called Pithing Needle.
Family Channel.
It with a TH.
Pithing.
Thank
Pith-
you, Mike Tyson.
Pithing.
So anyway, it's
I don't
fun.
know if I'm gonna have to write that down.
It's pretty good.
Oh, good.
But support your local game store.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen.
Patrick.
Hold on. Pithing needle.
Pithing Needle. PITHING.
I got it.
All right.
That
I
is
got
a
it.
keeper.
I got it. Absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Every step you take, every move you make,
Yeah. I was waiting
I'll
for
be
it.
watching you.
I'm not doing it.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it. As soon as you said it, I felt it. I was like, oh man, he's trying. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Uh-huh. Da da
Love
da
you.
da da da. Hey, I'll take it.
That's 3.
I'll say, hey,
That's
woo,
3.
all done. Sweet.
Oh, you got me.
Folks, take care of each other. Check in. Make the call. Quack along.
All right.
And we'll see you next time. Love you, boys.
I love you too,
I love you
bro.
too, man.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. What?
Bye.
Quack.
Yeah, I saw another one. I had to catch myself. I'll tell you later.
Oh.
It made me laugh out loud. I'm like, oh, I can't say that one. I'll leave it out.
Hello,
Nope.
cat.
Hello, cat.
Oh,
And the
and
cat
cat
says
responds.
Hello. Hello.
Nope.
One more.
She's mad. She's mad. There we go.
Oh.
Aw.
Bye, kitty.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
I've got to go. All right. you got
That's
me again.
4.
That's 4. Gosh.
Mm.
Ugh.
All right.
Ugh.
And on that note, bye, everybody.
Bye.